As you can probably tell, I've been uploading a ton of videos lately, not necessarily about cigars, but just things I'm also interested in. So yeah, this video, as you can tell from the title, is about bourbon, and as a cigar smoker, I'm also into bourbon, and they kind of go hand in hand. A lot of guys like to pair them along with like brandies and rums and stuff like that. So anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to Big House Straight Bourbon. They apparently just came out this year, I believe, and you know, I guess I'd consider this a budget whiskey because I bought it for $20, and it's a six-year aged bourbon, and that's pretty good. You know, you look at the color of it, and it's relatively dark for 6 years. You know, and so yeah, I don't know. I found it pretty nice. And for, you know, they're saying even the stuff that they put out is actually 7 years. I don't know how that happened, but I believe the mash bill on this is like 35% rye, so it's definitely a high rye content. So it has that nice kick to it. And you know, I haven't had a ton of bourbons. I've had maybe 10 or 20, but this reminded me a lot of Old Grandad, which is Jim Beam bonded whiskey. And so I believe this had a 30% rye bill, and this is 100 proof, so they're different. You know, I mean, they're different machines here, different vices, if you will. But the color difference is pretty apparent. It's kind of hard to tell because this is, of course, a lot thinner, but and the light is kind of messed up in here. But it had that nice spicy rye kick that I really liked. Of course, my overall favorite is probably Woodford Reserve. You know, it's not nearly spicy. It just has a nice refined kind of smoothness to it. A nice sweet buttery kind of thing going for it. And, you know, but for the price, you get it for $35 to $40. Whereas you get this for half that price, you know. It's pretty good though. You know, I'm also really excited. I bought this. My fiance actually bought this. It's called Divine Bourbon, and it's a micro distiller in Michigan where I live, and so this was actually quite expensive. This will be good for my micro blend boutique cigar series actually, because it's also boutique kind of thing, and they only sell these in the 200 milliliter bottles. So this was $16 for this little guy. So pretty much this was the same price as this. But when I tried this, this was also a really nice bourbon. You can see the lighter color. I believe this is a 3-year aged bourbon. So keep a lookout for that review with my cigars. And of course we have Jim Beam Maple. Mostly we just got this because we were just curious. But it's pretty much just like Jim Beam with a ton of maple flavors. It's almost overwhelming with maple. It's just like you're drinking syrup with a hint of bourbon. And we love it actually with ice cream. So that might sound kind of weird, but you make like a milkshake out of it with ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and it's pretty good that way. I tried it with a cigar, and it's just too sweet. It kind of overwhelms the cigar's profile. But I think this Big House whiskey, I think it'll go great for cigars, and for $20, you can't go wrong. You know, I love my Jim Beams as well. I love, you know, I love some Jack, not like the regular number 9, but, you know, and I also like, I like Knob Creek, you know, anything like that I pretty much like. But definitely try Big House Straight Bourbon Whiskey. That's all. See you guys later.